When I was a young man, my pa would tell me that I was too cute, too pretty. He said he would have to rough me up a little bit.
Well, one night I was laying in my bed, and sure enough, my daddy come on in there. He cut his nipple off, and he sewed it onto my face.
At my school, they would call me hatefully mean-spirited names like Mr. Nipple and Nipple-cheek, and the boy with the severed nipple sewn onto his face. Because teachers can be real cruel, so very cruel.
They always told me I would end up standing in the cheese line, but I very nearly made a career out of urinating into wine glasses at mostly private corporate functions in and around the Nashville area. Unfortunately, this arrangement fell apart after the gentleman making the financial arrangements died of a heroin overdose about 3 blocks south of the Citgo station.
I used to be a Chevron man myself, but I've started going to the Circle K lately because their coffee is pretty good. I remember growing up, when we would run out of milk, my granny would just dump a whole bag of Skittles on my raisin bran instead. Then she'd look me right in my eyes and she'd tell me, myndarleg, sárt, falleg, brýt, alla, speglana, mína, stend, ekki, fyrir, framan, fróa, allan, daginn. Sometimes when I don't feel like I am doing a lot of good things with my life, I like to put on the clothes my sister was wearing on the day she died and just lay around in my bathtub crying as I watch SpongeBob on my cell phone.
Let me tell you, it's been about 13 years and those clothes sure do stank something awful. They have a real terrible smell. She was not what most reasonable people would call a sanitary woman, not even by rural standards. And she was furry, like a razorback, too.
Did you know that hamsters die after they have sexual relations? Well, the one I got a hold of sure did.
A week later,
We put them in the blender with some vitamin pills and some yogurt. Made ourselves a protein shake.
it gave us painful diarrhea and vivid hallucinations that lasted for days.
Reflecting on my childhood experiences, I recall my father's comments about my appearance, which he believed needed to be toughened up. This led to a traumatic incident involving self-mutilation. The aftermath of this event resulted in ridicule and bullying from my peers, who referred to me with derogatory names.
Despite these challenges, I explored unconventional career paths, including performing at private corporate events. However, this endeavor was short-lived through unforeseen circumstances. I cannot speak